walking on water, mate. What is going on, Julius? No, this is insane, bro!
Have you guys ever seen the internet before? Have you ever looked at the FaceTube or the U-Book? If you have, you've probably come across this chap, Mr. Julius Dein. Woo! The man walking on water himself.
Hi, my name's Julius Dein, and welcome to my vlog. Do I really need to wear this?
Now, if you're anything like me, you're curious as to why these videos tend to get upwards of 100 million views. It just seems like some social engineering, life hacking Well, fortunately, in this podcast, we managed to sit down with one of the brains behind these super viral videos, and he really shed some insight onto how they're so successful.
Looking cool, bro. Looking cool.
That's the brain, by the way. So smash like if you haven't already, and of course subscribe if you're not already. And without any further ado, let's get some insight shed on how we can be super freaking viral.
The only time we've done fake magic is when it's specifically like with friends. And by that, I'll explain. Basically, whenever we go on the streets now and does tricks, he doesn't really do that so much anymore. For multiple reasons. COVID hit, so he couldn't really go out on the streets and do magic. And we started doing this new style of video, which I wouldn't say are magic videos. It uses magic techniques in the videos, but loose terms called magic videos because they're like fake pranks and like CCTV recreations, which we'll talk about as well in a bit. There's so much to tell you guys about that. But what we would do is like he wants to do bigger scale magic. He was like he's bored of doing all these like small things, and he wants to walk on water. He wanted to do a levitation. He wanted to do all this stuff. And the thing is,
he will destroy that.
So we've done it. We've done loads of this stuff. It took time, and it got hundreds of millions of views. Hundreds of millions of views though, and it did well because I don't wish to brag, but I've been like people don't know this, but I'm very like keeping him in place with magic. I'm making sure he doesn't reveal any tricks online. Like a lot of like Justin Flom, Jabrizi, they're revealing the trick and stuff, and I'm like,
yeah.
You can't do that. And trust me, because of course he's social hungry, and he's seen those videos get 100 million views, and he goes, "Wait, why don't we buy one of these bases where we can put like?" So I'm like, "No, crossing the line. You've been very good for the last 3 years, and I'm not changing that, and I won't work for you if you don't otherwise." And so, although like everyone's got this perception of Julius in the same category as them, I promise you he's changed. I know that sounds mental, but like, if you actually look back when he last did a revealing video, it's time ago, way before I worked with him. And so we got these big stuff in. We got like the walking water in and everything, and he was practicing it. He was nervous as hell about it because he didn't understand any of this big boy stuff, and I tried to make it as easy as possible for him. And to do it, like it's mid-pandemic times, we then just get all of our friends involved, and then I try to perceive in the video how it's very clearly we're all friends, but we're just trying to give a really cool magical moment for the viewer at home. And by that I mean with the walking on water, we set up a tight line across the pool, and we acted like it was a party. And it's like, I'll give $1,000 to anyone that could get across this tight line to that other end. So we have Goop, who's a big guy, going up, and he flipping falls in, and then someone else tries, they falls in. I also thought this made it more deceptive from the fact that you saw people falling in the water. So they got 3 people that fell in. And he goes, look, this is how you do it. You don't even need the tight line. And then he continues to walk across the water all the way to the other end. And it's a great vid. It got like 100 million views. And I think people loved the magic and like seeing the actual magic. And it was good magic. Like it looked great. It really did. I'm very proud of it. But it's very clear that the people are maybe in on it. Like,
yeah, of course.
For those of you who worked on Walking Waters, there's certain things you have to do to make sure it works very well. Okay. And so I don't think we're trying to like openly bull people into thinking, these are fake, real, fake, real. No, we're telling you they're our mates. And we've done that with like all of our sort of magic videos. We did another one. We did like a version of the Impaler where it's like a dinner party, but we're all clearly friends and all mates. And the magic, I think, actually does come across quite well. Funny enough, funny enough. Don't know why it's funny, but plus we're all the same.
Hilarious.
Thank you.
I think it sounds like what you're doing is like you're actually adding like a presentation into these effects. Like I've never seen the walking on water with like a presentation to it.
Right?
Yeah, rather than a spectacle.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
the
cool.
thing is, it kind of had to have that presentation because to get a video to go so social, like so viral, like we do, it's like we actually have a formula with a tick list that's written down that you have to tick every box. There's a reason these videos get 100 million views because I know what you guys think. You can watch these videos. There's a fly who won't stop attacking me. You can watch these videos, and a lot of people go, "Oh, this is bull. I can do this," and you can't. I'm really sorry. You can't. You could try it because it looks like the most simple, goofy thing where you take a bit of ketchup and you're pouring it in a bucket and you're waiting for a girl to sit on it. Or do it and try and make it go viral because you won't. And there's a reason for that. And it's because you've got all your framing wrong. You're not hitting the right flicks. It's not working on silent. There's like jolts in the performance. Like there's a lot that actually goes into it. We've got a big tick list that makes it work. And the same reason with the socials. We had to add that beginning at the start is because we needed to have a flick at the start. And the flick at the start was someone's falling in and showing, we're going to have Julius walking on water as a flick at the start. And then you straight away see someone fall in to show that it's clear water. And it just sort of like, you're just ticking boxes to make sure people stay in because they need to see the next step, but they know what's coming up. They know someone's going to walk on water, yet they're seeing people fall in. So they're hooked and they're in. So like we add these presentations, but they're tactical. They're not like just plucked out of thin air. Like
of
all of
course.
our videos are like pretty tactical. They are what I like to call the shittest, smartest videos on the internet, because as people blase past them thinking they're just awful, but that's why they're so smart, is because you can't recreate it. Like we do 2 videos a day, and we did that 7 days a week for 5 months straight with only 2 days off a month, and it killed me. It absolutely killed me. It only then went to a 6-day month, 6-day week. And even that is still, it's knackering. It's absolutely knackering. But you have to stay on top, and you have to keep pumping it out, and you have to make sure you stick to the formula, because otherwise, as point is proven, if you actually look at his page, you'll see a video with 100,000 views. I'd tell you what, it's because a couple of the boxes weren't ticked. And for us, we can watch it back and go, mess that one up. It's very clear. But you're having to pump it out, and you have to keep going, and you have to make sure you stay on top. And it's absolutely killer.
I'm going to need this checklist.
It's one of those things that's like in our NDA, we keep it aside. And by the way, this checklist it changes, things adapt in it, because of course we have to add new styles, new ways of doing videos, because there's only a certain amount of times that you can deceive people with one way of video till they go like you guys go. You go, well, this is one of those types of Facebook videos, scroll on by. So then how do we then keep someone in a different way? And we've explored a lot of different things, and of course way beyond magic. Like we've only done but here's the thing as well that we need to be appreciative of, as rubbish as some of the videos may be, some are genuinely really good, and it's because of those videos we can afford these really awesome illusions. If it wasn't for these awful videos, we would also have these great magic videos. And there's one thing I like to think is that there isn't actually any bad magic videos. I don't think we're putting any bad magic. That's why it's really funny. Magicians are getting annoyed at these magicians using magic techniques to get viral videos. But shouldn't they be like, yeah, that's genius. They're deceiving people. That's literally our one job. But they're not. Well, actually, I can't speak for all the other Facebook creators, but we're not revealing tricks. In fact, we're only doing big scale illusions and like new creative ideas. I think, in fact, we're going to be filming an illusion tomorrow, funny enough, which is like a new illusion that doesn't exist. It's like a weight illusion. It's really cool. I'm really proud of it. And we're getting big prop builders in LA to build it and ship it over. It's a mission. It's an absolute mission, especially if you ever tried to ship something from the UK to Mexico or California.
For a 3-minute clip.
For a 3-minute clip. It's a joke. It's an
I love
absolute mission. But we also did like the classic broom illusion. I got one of them made into a pair of crutches. So he's there like on crutches, and then he balances on crutches.
Wow.
It's a really cool trick. And like, it's one that you would see in a TV show. Like it really is. But like, it gets thrown away because it's on social media. People don't really think about it. But we are proud of
the
some
internet.
of our
Really is like taking over in terms of like, who watches TV anymore? I can't remember the last time I watched TV, if I'm honest.
It makes sense. Like, who are these market people paying TV however much to advertise on there when you get like 500,000 views, 1 million views, when you can put up on our channel?
Probably less, infinitely less, I would say.
Exactly, and we get a guaranteed million. If not, our most viewed video is 922 million views. Like,